Come on.
All right. Well, according to
My
this,
daughter doesn't even respect me.
Well, that's
Okay.
whose children respect them.
Nobody.
No,
Not
no,
in this lifetime. or
not
the
at
next.
all. Hello, people who are watching this.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. As you can see by this layout, we're doing another tabletop RPG. Woo! This time we're taking a crack at Scum and Villainy by Straja Simovic and John LeBoeuf Little. It is a fun game that I've played another game based off of the rules for this for. But this one is about sci-fi nonsense. I'm joined today by the lovely Jill Linux Girl.
Yes.
I have the slightly less lovely Mr. Foxdog, who's on this side apparently, and then we have the titular wretched hive of Scum and Villainy, Mr. Sandy Martin. Look at his face. We can actually see him this time. Last time we just had to look at a picture of him, but I sent him a webcam. Empty was going to be here, but then he got devoured by a black hole and is now stuck in a New Jersey Turnpike in another reality. Indeed.
That's the worst.
So we've prior to this, we've gone ahead and we've made our characters and we've made our ship. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and your characters, just like who they are, what the playbook is, and sort of like your sort of mental snapshot of who you think they are, and we'll see how that actually stacks up.
Okay. Jordan, I actually didn't get a notification for YouTube, so
No?
that's why.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't seem to be up.
Yeah.
I am looking at the YouTube admin page, and according to this, we're streaming.
Ah,
I've
really?
tried two browsers.
And plus, YouTube has had issues the past while
Yep.
with notifying
Yeah,
people.
I see
So
myself
that's kinda one of the
on
big
Twitch,
things.
and I see myself on YouTube
Okay.
via
I see.
via
I've
via
got a
their
contribute.
management page. So I think I don't know.
Okay.
Well, Anyway, it's not my subscriptions or anything like that, but Twitchy Bits
Yeah.
seems to be online.
Yep,
Yeah, Twitch is. I'm getting Twitch.
Yeah. Boop.
No, I got the YouTubes. The
got the
YouTubes is
YouTubes?
working.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it goes. It just. Took
I
a
got the
minute.
YouTubes.
I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
It does.
people
Oh, yeah, there it
people watching the VOD will get this comedy gold. But people who are tuning in right now get
Yeah,
none of
and
this
we
sort of
s-
context.
We sound good. Yeah, it just came through for me.
Awesome.
so.
Yeah, next week's gonna get
Yep,
extra
same here.
fucky because tomorrow Ven and I are setting up the UMC 404, so it's gonna throw some
jeez.
monkey wrenches into it.
That's gonna be fun.
Indeed. Jack. Anyways, so yeah, playing Scum and Villainy. It's basically a game. This particular mode of Scum and Villainy is going to be like kind of Firefly-ish. They're playing a crew of a smuggler and a blockade runner called the Star Dancer. That's a lame name, I know, but whatever. It's one of those things where you never get to pick the name for your ship. Like, no, it's like no one gets to pick their own nickname. Otherwise, you just have an entire team of Mr. Blacks.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be Mr.
Yeah.
Black, so you get the ship that you're given, and shut the fuck up. Quit complaining.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, they're going to be playing the crew of the Star Dancer. So why don't want to go around? Jill, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Jill?
Jill?
Oh, sorry.
Drugs.
Drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Drugs.
I'm checking the live stream, the sound again.
All right.
Just to double check. Sorry
It's
about
all-
that. Okay.
No worries.
Tell us about your D&D character, Jill.
Okay, sorry about that. No, I just wanted to make sure that our audio was good on Twitch as well. So, sorry about that. Okay, so I am. My name is Giggly Mage. I am like a Babylon 5 techno mage. Woo!
Sweet.
So I
like it.
I'm very, very mystical and use arts and crafts and tech together in the realms of the Neither world.
Wait, so if you're using arts and crafts, should we not call you the Googly Mage?
Yeah.
You put googly eyes on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Actually, we did that at scale not that long ago.
Indeed. I still have the skin graphs to prove it.
Yes.
I don't know. Jill, why don't you give us a little like physical description of your character? Like, what do they dress like? What do they look like?
Okay, so I was gonna have I liked my character that had tentacles last time, so I want to have tentacles even though I'm human.
So maybe you have like a cyber tentacle.
Yes, I've got a cyber suit on with technicals.
Oh, so kind of like Doc Ock.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right, cool. All right, so we got our
I can dig it.
Dr. Octopus
Yeah.
Techno Mage named Giggle
Yeah.
Mage. All right. Up next, Mr. Foxdog. Tell us about your character, Yumbello.
I am Yumbello. I am a respectable cultist who is a great at speaking, a great public speaker. Just a space who's just been traveling all the space, spreading the good word of flying spaghetti monster. And-
You have been touched by his noodly appendage, have you?
Yeah. Basically, I'm just a cultist flying through space and just happen to run into these fine people. And so I join their band of misfits and hopefully spread more of the good word.
All right, yeah. So he's playing a speaker. That's the class, and he's got an air of respectability about him. We'll see how long that lasts. And finally,
Nice.
Sandy Merkins. Who are you?
Well, it's been a long time since I used my real name, but most people call me Dr. Gonzo. I don't know why. It's probably because
All right.
I do crazy things. But I am a doctor, so which is good. So if you need a quick patching, I'm your guy. The best way you could describe my looks is, I would say, not normal. I would think more like Alonzo from what's his name? The writer there. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember his name.
Well, when we were talking about it on Tuesday, we were like, yeah, what if it was like what's his name, Oscar Alvarez or whatever, the real Dr. Gonzo?
Yes, Alvarez.
Yes. Da Costa, that's what his name. Oscar Da Costa.
Costa.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't
crazy
Oscar Zeta Acosta, who one day wandered into the deserts of New Mexico and apparently ended up on a spaceship.
Fair enough.
Yeah. For those of you
That's pretty
don't,
much me.
For those of you who don't know, Dr. Gonzo, otherwise known as Dr. or Oscar Acosta, was Hunter S. Thompson's best buddy / drug dealer. So
/ lawyer.
/ lawyer. Yes.
He liked to pretend he was a lawyer a lot.
Indeed. All right. So, with that all in mind, let's introduce you to our ship, the Star Dancer, as I make these containers flexible so I can expand them so that you lovely people can read them in the little tiny window I have set up in the stream. What did you end up picking for the special ability, by the way?
Home cooking.
Oh,
Yeah, home.
Home
Yes.
cooking. All right,
Yeah.
let's add that, and the two upgrades. What did you end up settling on?
Did we?
I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Wasn't it the engines and the comms?
Oh, engines and
No.
Yeah,
Well,
it
No,
comes.
no.
That was the increase of quality, but you also have
All right, I'm the leader. I am the speaker here. We'll go the maps and go the survival gear.
survival gear.
gear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier. Foxy.
Sure thing, boss.
All right. So you got like So you got like the alien style vac suits that didn't do any
Yeah.
good against the aliens because they have acid blood. But anyways,
Hey, it happens.
they crew a CF-350 series Scarab class freighter with a strange reputation because this is a ship full of weirdos. So it's appropriate that people think that they are a bunch of weirdos. So because we've selected this and we've done all the character creation and we've introduced you to the characters, it is time for crime. So we have a bit of a starting situation. So let me read you yon boxed texts, and we'll go from there. The drop-off is at a bar near the ground of Warren, meaning that the air outside is thick with smog and the patrons are of a rougher sort. Your contact is in the private booth in the back. Just one problem. As you sit down to conclude the deal, you see that your contact is dead, covered in fresh blood. Adding to your woes, there are House Malclaith guards guarding the bar, or drinking at the bar, and some are well-geared folk are eyeing the booth. This is not the best place to pick a fight, and you're going to be cornered in just a few moments. How do you escape? Will you try to talk your way out of this? Slip out the back? Perhaps steal a couple of getaway vehicles from some tough-looking hoverbike riders parked outside? The situation here is that you were hired. Your group was hired by a guy named Satani. You might recognize him from the ship sheet. He's not your best friend, but he's still a contact that exists in the universe. They're an information broker. And you were supposed to deliver this small box, a small magnetically sealed box, to this moon for a very particular client who didn't want to reveal their identity. Sounded easy enough, right? It should have been a milk run. But, apparently people want what's in the box, because when you showed up to make the delivery, the guy was dead. You don't know what's in the box either, because you were paid, or you were promised cash to not mind any business, just to make the delivery. But now that you can't make the delivery, it seems that there's some stuff going on here. So now I leave it up to you. What do you guys do?
Well, none of us can
geez.
fight.
Yeah.
How good are you two? How good at you two are at sneaking? Can you sneak very well?
Yes, I have tentacles.
Well, that's not really helpful for sneaking, but okay.
No. No, but I can slide into places.
No,
I think
Jill, but you do have a rank in scrap or in scramble, so you're really good at running away and getting the hell out.
Oh,
So-
Alright.
yeah. Okay.
But y'all act independently, right? So
Yeah.
So yeah, you're sitting on this bar in Warren. Warren so just so that you're aware, is one of the many moons of Aleph, which is home to an ecumenopolis, a city spanning the entire surface of the moon. It's the capital for the system, and the system governor, Riten al-Malclaith, the guy who owns the cops who are here, makes his residence here as well. On Warren, you can find anything you need for a price. It has high rises full of legitimate business dealings. So think of it kind of like a Coruscant from Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Alright.
it's a massive city size or planet sized city. You're in the seedy underbelly of it in this bar. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try and talk
So,
my way
I'm
out
pretty
at
much-
this point.
So who are you going to be talking to, right? Because right now at the moment you're sitting around this table, or rather you got led into a back room, and inside that back room was supposed to be your contact, but is instead the deceased corpse of your contact.
Yep. All right. So we've got the guards, and we've got some, I assume, some mercenaries with some pretty hefty gear wanting this box.
Yes.
So I will talk to the guards and try to reason my way out of this by saying I'm just a delivery boy here for a delivery. My client here who has passed on. I need to go to a secondary contact. Can you please clear the way as I'm in danger here?
Okay, sure.
Very
So okay, so so you're just gonna be like, hey, so you're gonna go up to the guard and you're gonna be like, yo, man, yeah, I was
Yep.
supposed to deliver this box, and
Yeah,
the person
but
I'm
he's
delivering-
dead.
he's dead, and I don't feel safe. And
Yeah.
so let's see how this goes. You are not Sandy. You're Foxy. There you go.
Okay.
There it is. And flexible sheet. I forgot to do that with yours as well. Yeah. So it looks like you're trying to consort with them, right? You're trying to
Yes.
you're trying to schmooze to be like, officer,
Yeah.
officer, please. All right. So why don't you make me a consort roll? I'd say
okay.
I'd say that's risky standard.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Let's get
Now,
standard.
do
Yep,
you want to take a devil's bargain?
Ugh.
I got a devil's bargain for you. You're going to the cops in a seedy underbelly bar, right? So those mercenaries are watching you. So you for all they know, you were just some schmo.
Yeah.
But now you're like, now it's gonna be like, oh, you're talking to the cops, but you're being honest with them, so that'll get you a bonus die if you wanna do a devil's bargain. So there you go. Otherwise, so you'd be rolling 2 dice. If you take the devil's bargain, you roll 3 dice.
All right. Take a devil's bargain.
All
Let's
right.
try this.
Okay.
All right.
So, why don't you roll me consort and add 1 bonus die?
So just leave it at risky.
Yeah,
is it?
risky standard.
Yep. Risky standard. All right. 1 bonus die. All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, you do it. You got a
Yeah.
5. You got a 5 as your highest roll.
Yeah.
That means for a risky roll is, come on.
But there's a consequence.
Yeah.
I suffer harm,
Yeah,
and a
so
complication occurs.
a complication occurs, you have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. So, okay, let's go with this. I like this as a complication. I like this as a complication.
All right.
You go up to one of the House Malclaith's guards. They're sort of dressed in like this teal and gold armor. It's like it's kind of like wavy and angular at the same time. With like accentuated shoulder pads, and the guy's like holding the guy has like a pike, like a pole arm leaned against but it's like a weird sci-fi pole arm, right? It's leaned against it's leaned against the table, and he's just like he's there with his cop buddies, and he's like, and you go up to him and you're like, hey man, you're supposed to make a delivery, and the guy's dead and I need to get out of here, and the guy is like, yeah, sure, I can help you out. Let me just take you to the back of my patrol car.
Oh shit! Oh, I'll have to say I politely decline, as I have a secondary contact. I need to. Yeah, I have a secondary contact.
Are you sure? There's the clip there. I think we maybe need to hold you for questioning, right? How do I know that you're not the person who committed the murder?
Because you saw me walk in just then, and he was dead before I arrived. There's no blood on me, and I have no weapons, so I cannot kill this person.
And you see this person. Their eyes drift over to the Giggle Priest, which the Giggle Mage, and they say, well, you have one of those weirdos with you, and they're capable of who knows what. Like I said, this can all be sorted via a nice, healthy round of questioning. Why don't you come with me? We'll make sure that you're nice and safe.
How about
as their
instead of the-
doctor, I'm gonna have to decline on that.
Yeah.
Well, we could have the doctor here inspect the body if need be. If it is not with giggly friendy here. Yeah.
Well, that sort of analysis should be for the coroner, right? Like I said. And he puts his gauntleted hand on your shoulder and he's like, why don't you step outside? And his two buddies both stand up.
Okay, all right.
Someone else want to do something?
Okay, oh, yeah, come on, help me out here. I'm in deep shit here. Come on.
Maybe you have a flashback that you want to use. I don't know. You have lots of options available to you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna use my flashback, and what I want to do is like, for the corpse, I want to have checked the body for the time of death, or what I would assess be the time of death, so that way I can clearly say, no, this guy died at this point. And
Okay.
therefore,
There we
we're
go.
just
That
useless
that
to this your questioning.
That seems like a reasonable thing. Why don't you make, so I'll say that's a free flashback. That makes sense. That's something that like a doctor would do. He's dead, Jim, right? So why don't you make me a doctor roll? This will be controlled standard because actually no. Let's make this risky. Let's keep things interesting for now.
All right.
Do you want a devil's bargain? For 3 dice?
Mm,
You could spend some stress and get 3 dice too, but you know, devil's
Got
bargains
no
are always
stress.
devil's bargains are always fun.
yeah, I'll do a devil's bargain.
Okay.
I'll do it.
What's the devil's bargain? All right, you check the body for the cause of death, but the consequence will be that your DNA is all over it. So you'll know what the cause of death is, but if someone else is inspecting the body, you had to do it in a hurry, right? So you maybe didn't do your due diligence. So you want to
wear a glove, idiot.
No, you know what they say: no glove, no love.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Why don't you roll me a doctor roll with one bonus die?
Yes. All right. Take it.
Risky standard.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, like you do it. So okay.
Oh.
Okay, so you inspect. So prior to this confrontation with the cops, right? You took the time to inspect the body, and it's very clear that this person like died from a disruptor blast to the chest, and you can actually tell that this was no, maybe not a disruptor blast to the chest, but like there's clearly there's a cavity in his chest, but like there doesn't seem to be like any sort of energy discharge, nothing that would indicate like someone shot him. What you think it is is that a micro explosive was planted on this guy's chest and exploded.
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
But micro explosives are volatile, and I think maybe there was like some undetonated one that you had. The complication is you had inadvertently got some on you. So the consequence here, the complication is I'm gonna start a clock, and I'm gonna put 3 ticks in it. Can I make a clock? Is the faction sheet gonna let me make a clock? Shit.
It should.
I'm just gonna add it to the ship, right? So that way we can all track it. All right, clock name is going to be volatile micro explosive, and I'm gonna say it has 3 ticks in it. So on the 4th tick, it will explode.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got some goop on you, and you're gonna have to like get some solution to clean it off. but you know what this is. Like you touch it, so like yeah, you go to inspect the cavity. Like you stick your hand in there, and then you pull it out, and there's like this yellowy greenish goo, and you're like, oh, I know what this is.
Oh.
It's like a chemical based micro explosive,
Um.
and now it's all over you,
Okay.
all over your arm.
So what I do is
So
now,
yeah, we snap back to the current reality or the current time frame where
yes.
we have this House Malclaith guard. They have their hand on what's your character's name again?
Yumbello.
Yeah, so they got their hand on Yumbello's back, and they're like, let's escort you out, and they start, and he starts like starting to like apply force to like physically move Yumbello like away from the bar and to the door. But it's not like he's dragging you.
So-
It's just like it's a firm, steady push.
Yeah.
Okay. So I pretty much the hand that has the goop on it,
The goop.
I put it on the guard there, and I kind of smear my hand, but I'm saying to him at the same time, I'm like, you should seriously go look at the body. What happened was someone used a micro explosion on him, so that's what caused him to die. Seriously, if you don't believe me, go take a look.
Okay.
As I wipe my goopy finger on him.
Okay. I think you're this is a command, right? You're trying to pull rank, like, I'm a doctor, look at this evidence.
Yeah.
For one. So number one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to make 2 rolls. Actually, what is skulk? What would be appropriate here? Skulk. About unseen. Pickpockets, employ subtle misdirection, or sleight of hand. Yeah, this is skulk.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah,
you have no ranks in skulk.
I have no skills.
So
I know.
Yeah.
But it's still risky.
now, actually, I'm gonna say this is desperate.
Yeah, this is very desperate.
So you can
Yeah.
mark an XP in.
Did I use a stress on this?
You can use. I was gonna offer you a devil's bargain too. But if,
No.
but you're it's already a sticky situation. You may not want to add more
Yeah.
complexity to it. It may be worth it to burn the stress.
No, I think I'd rather add a little bit of stress to this.
All right, so give yourself 2 stress, and then
Yes.
you can roll skulk with 1 bonus die. So you got about a 50-50 chance of success.
Okay.
So
come on.
desperate standard.
Yeah, desperate standard.
Okay. 1 bonus die.
No,
Oh,
One.
no.
Lord Jesus, I hate you.
Well, on the bright side, you got the experience points. So yeah, like you're about to smear the explosive on the lead cop, and his buddy is just like, no touching, and he grabs you by the wrist and wrenches your arm around. And I'm gonna give you a harm because he does this because actually you rolled a 1, so this is actually this is really bad.
That's really bad.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, 1 to 3. It's the worst outcome. You suffer severe harm, a complication occurs, and you lose this opportunity. Oh boy. I got
Oh jeez.
I got a perfect one for you. So you're about to you put your hand just before you put your hand right on the guy's back. His buddy just grabs your arm and just clocks you on the side of the head with a billy club.
Cool.
And we got the ticker still going.
Yes. Not only that, but it sends you flying into a table, and you try to catch yourself with your hands, and then the explosive goes off and it takes out your arm.
Oh,
No.
Do you want to resist
It'll
this?
grow back. It's all. Yes,
You
I
want
want
to
to
resist.
resist.
You want to how
I'm taking all the dice rolls here.
yeah.
You,
So how what do you? It seems likely that you're gonna want to resist this with your insight, right?
Yes,
'Cause
absolutely,
'cause
100%.
That's so how does your being insightful stop you from getting from I think either way you're getting clocked in the head, so you can resist the severe harm of having your arm blown off, but you're still getting whacked in the head.
Yes.
So how do you do that? How does this look?
Okay, so
put your R in the beer
for
mode.
me, when he's about to toss me,
Mm-hmm.
when he's about to toss me, could I not use my insight to be able to smear my finger on his body?
No.
Just as he's about to toss me?
Nope.
Damn it!
Nope.
Ah.
No opportunity lost.
maybe
Opportunity
just-
lost.
If you rolled
Yeah.
well, maybe, but you rolled the worst result on a desperate action. So the best you can like I said, the best you can do is resist having your arm blown off. How do you do it with your insight? Do you maybe see this coming? He goes to grab and you're like nope, and you just like get on your hands and knees, or
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna huddle close to him so that way he doesn't do the toss.
all right. So
that way when
So
hopefully when my arm goes, part of him goes.
no,
No.
there is no negotiation here. You're
No.
so
You're clonked. You're away. So
You're-
how do you stop your arm from blowing up?
Yeah.
Essentially,
There's
I'm
no
thinking
way
just
to
put your hand, just your hand falls into a beer mug or something like that, and somehow that neutralizes the explosive.
or like when instead of going flying, you just drop to the ground and you just like play possum,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Hopefully I'll use my insight to see any water to maybe negate like a glass or a pitcher.
Okay, yeah. So you're just gonna try and like land hand first. Okay, so why don't you roll your
Yes.
insight? Why don't you roll your insight? And we'll see how much stress you take.
Okay. Sweet merciful.
Okay.
What
Okay.
is gay?
No, that's not too bad. You only take 2 stress.
Not bad.
Okay.
So you only take.
So yeah. So 6 minus 4.
Yeah.
is 2.
So Dr. Gonzo just gets whapped in the head with a billy club and drops. Your arm doesn't blow off. But I'm gonna say you're gonna take a level 2 harm. You're gonna take a level 2 harm of concussion.
Mm-hmm.
So just write that down on
Okay.
one of the level 2 harm slots.
There we go.
Yeah, and whenever like the concussion would come into play, you would have 1 less die on your roll.
Okay. Roger.
Right. Yeah.
That's a big 10-4 on that
Yeah.
rubber ducky.
Indeed. All right. So yeah. So what? So Dr. Gonzo fucking eats floor. He eats shit. And this first guard looks back at you, Yumbello, and says, "Are you coming?"
I would say, look around you. You got mercenaries and just nasty. You got people here who want harm, and you're taking in a priest. You're
Yeah.
taking in a cultist of our Lord and Savior, the flying spaghetti monster. Not only that, you'll be taking in a techno mage who do not take kindly to be pushed around. So think about it. You start taking me, you won't ever make that door. They'll all shoot you, they will all kill you, and you will be in a worse position now than you could ever possibly be in.
Okay.
And and not to mention the techno mages have spies everywhere, so does this cult.
Okay.
So if they see us stepping into your car, they'll want to talk to you and they'll want to talk to me, preferably dead. And I
Okay.
don't want that. And so, yeah.
Okay. So when that sounds like you're trying to sway them.
Yes, I am.
You're trying to convince them that it is in their favor to let you go.
Yes.
Um,
This is not the time and the place.
This is not the time and the place. I'm gonna say though that this is kind of a desperate situation though, because like
It is very.
Yeah.
Oh, we got an exploded guy here. Tried to blow him up.
yeah.
Of course, it's got a desperate.
Let's do desperate standard, and you can mark an XP in resolve.
Okay. So how do I mark the XP? I just click on the resolve thing up top.
Yeah, you just advance the bar
Yep.
one. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So I'll click on sway. So desperate.
Do you want to spend some stress? Do you want a devil's bargain?
Bloody hell! I want to get out of this stinking bar.
Mhm.
What happens if I fuck this up?
Okay. Yeah. That
Can't be any worse than me.
If you I think in this case if you fail the sway roll on a desperate, they're just gonna tase you and drag you to they're gonna drag you to your prowler.
Okay, all right, let's go. So desperate.
Do you want the devil's bargain, or do you want to push yourself for 2 stress? Or here's another thing: if Jill wants to come in and try and help, she can spend 1 stress to give you a bonus die instead.
Do you want to do that for me, Jill?
Yes, I do. In fact, I was thinking maybe I could help sway them to not take.
So
Foxy
how are you helping? How are you helping him? Are you just gonna like tell us, paint us a picture?
Well, I actually, since what's Foxy's character's name?
Yumbello.
Yumbello. Okay. So, Yumbello and I are not part of the same Techno Mage cult, but we are both from very powerful cults, and together our powers are yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be.
Yeah. You. One techno mage should be feared. 2 techno mages.
Mages.
So yeah, I mean you're lying because Foxy's not a techno, or Yumbello isn't a techno mage. He's probably of a entirely different. He's part of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, but.
He looks like a techno mage.
Sure. Well, you're traveling in the company, right? So it's a reasonable assumption.
Yes.
So mark down 1 stress on your character sheet, Jill, and when you make your sway roll, Foxy, you can add a bonus die.
Okay, 1 bonus die. Let's go.
Oh!
Fuck. Shit. Oh no, that's good.
Yeah.
I do it.
You do it.
I do it.
You do it.
The 6s.
You did it.
6s, yes.
Yeah, you got a 6, and yeah. So the guy looks back and he sees like the giggle mage just kind of like laughing maniacally as like tentacles wiggle around. Yeah, and he's like, you know what? You know what? I don't want any of this. I want to keep my organs intact. Just be careful. Yeah.
Thank you, Jill.
So
Thank you, Jill.
My tentacles.
Yes, Scott. They're 6-sided dice. That's what we're doing.
All right.
Yeah.
So we pick out
Very true.
Doc.
Skinner.
Off we go.
Actually, can I do enable 3D dice? Automatically roll 3D dice. Yeah. So now the dice should show up on the screen. And it'll look really cool. Like you can do something like. And then a little die shows up on the screen.
Oh.
Does?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Pretty slick. Anyways, yeah. So.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So with the giggle mage's help, Yumbello, you're able to convince this cop that maybe this is not the right fight to be picking.
Yeah.
Dr. Gonzo, you're still lying on the ground, feeling a little worse for wear. But maybe you
I have a concussion.
Yeah, maybe you stand up a little groggily and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, all right. We help you out. Come on, let's go, Doc.
Okay, so where are you going from here?
Well, we need to get this delivery done. So I'm not sure if we have a secondary contact
Agreed.
at this point.
Um,
So I would like to, since we're outside and away from dangers somewhat,
somewhat.
I would like to roll a study on this box, if possible.
Sure, you can study the box if you want.
Yep.
This
Okay.
it'll be controlled standard like.
Yep. All right. So study, controlled, standard.
Do you want a Devil's Bargain?
No, 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 no. No, I don't want this thing blowing up in my face. All right.
It will. I guarantee.
As a GM, we should call you the pusher.
I guarantee it will not blow up.
I'm just gonna go. Just look at it. Come on. All right. Standard. Come on.
All right.
No bonus. No bonus die. Just do it. Study
Uh,
3. Okay.
So I
Nah.
no. So I think so on a 1 to 3 on a controlled, you're blocked or you falter. Press on by seizing a risky opportunity, or withdraw and try a different approach. So yeah, like. You look at it and you're like, this is just a box, right? It's magnetic. It's like a standard secure box you can buy at like a Staples or whatever.
Yeah.
It has like a DNA lock or some other thing where like you have to provide some proof of your identity for the thing to open up. So that way only the intended recipient can see what's inside.
Okay. I would like to try a risky one, but I would like to use the doctor's finger because he would have some blood on him from sticking his hand in his chest.
Okay.
I can push on with a risky, can't I?
You can, yes. You absolutely can. You can try again as a risky move.
All right.
Do you
so wouldn't that be me adding to his roll?
If you want to spend a stress, you can.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, so spend. All right, you're burning through your stress. All right.
Yeah, I know, right?
All
Thanks
right.
to the kitchen.
Okay.
We'll
So
go to kitchen after we do this.
all right. So there's also I'm gonna say there's also there is also going to be a it has like a self-destruct thing, right? Where like if you enter the wrong password too many times, it just blows itself up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, we'll add a clock to that or something. will
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Or-
That's a great idea, Foxy. Let's add a clock for that.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna say where's the ship? So
There it is.
we're gonna add a clock. We're gonna call it password retries. And
Okay,
And
yep.
I'm gonna say it's a 4-segment clock, one of which has been ticked.
Right. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll the study again, and do a risky one. Yep, risky. Okay.
And you get a bonus
Gonna
die
do-
from the assistance from Sandy.
All right. So effect standard bonus die 1. Oh, flying spaghetti monster, save me.
Take the wheel. 2 and a 4. Ugh. All right.
Oh,
Well, 4. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm. Complication occurs. All right. So I think. So here's the complication.
yep.
There is. So this clock gets ticked to 3 now. It was at 1. So
Yeah.
so you try to study it again. Like you try to like peer into what's inside it. It doesn't work. And it triggers one of the failed attempts, and then you're like, you say, "Yo, Doc Gonzo, put your finger in here. See if the leftover DNA will
Yeah.
open it up." So
Confuse it. Yeah, yeah.
so a 4 to 5. There's another complication, and you're in a desperate position. Okay, so let's say this. So these boxes are designed with the notion that it's entirely possible that the intended recipient could be dead, and so
Right.
So the idea is if you can, so by providing a blood sample with like where the box can detect like certain like necrotoxins that exist or like chemicals that exist that the body releases when it dies, because we're in a sci-fi universe, we have this technology.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it puts it on a reset mode where if you can bring it back to the original person, they can set a new intended recipient.
Okay. Can we hack the box?
You can try to bypass its security measures, but if you fail, the thing will self-destruct.
Okay.
I would leave it alone for now. Let's not push our luck
Yeah.
at this point.
All right.
So what's the reset mean? So we take it back to the dead guy, then...
No, if you so the person you got the box from wasn't the original box's owner. You were contracted by this Citran guy. What's his name?
Yep.
I'm looking that up real quick because I forget. Satani. So Satani gave you the box, but someone else gave Satani the box.
Right.
So
Okay.
that person can now provide a D&E profile for a new intended recipient. But I'll give you this from the study. Like if the reset thing is like a non-standard feature. This is for someone who really cares that this box, the contents of this box, gets into the correct hands, and that whatever is inside of it is valuable enough that they don't want it to be destroyed.
Right. Well, we need to get a new recipient anyway because our current one is currently, dead.
Yes.
So I would say, if it's been reset, I would say leave it alone for now and jump on the ship. Try to get back to the ship if we can.
All right.
Okay.
So, so you're just gonna make a beeline straight to the ship?
Yeah, just that's enough.
Okay.
Not study it anymore.
Sure. Okay. So
definitely.
okay. So you start heading back to the starport. This mission has kind of been a bust. You're trying to make the delivery. The person you're trying to deliver to is dead. You're like, shit. You gotta explain it to Satani. Satani's not going to be too happy about it. Because now no one's getting paid. But
they told us it was a milk run.
It was supposed to be a milk run. So I think so how are you guys getting around? Do you like get a space Uber? Are you walking? Because it's like I don't know how far away the space dock would be, but like because this is a massive city-sized planet, it's entirely conceivable that like you may need to take like a train for several hours to like go to the side of the planet that has the star dock or whatever, right?
And if you're saying it's Coruscant, then because all the starports are above the buildings.
Right. So there's probably like a space elevator or something you need to go to. Yeah. So it'll take time.
I'd say we're walking, or we don't have the opportunity to steal some hoverbikes, but rather not.
Yeah.
Well, we should definitely walk because I need to walk off this concussion.
Yeah, okay, let's walk. So fix this
good
concussion.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta stay awake.
Yep.
So you start walking. Maybe you're going by foot to like the space elevator terminal, right? And from behind you, who is particularly perceptive? Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's Jill. Maybe it's the Giggle Mage. Mm-hmm. You got weird preternatural sixth techno mage senses, right?
Yes.
So you get the sense that as you're walking, someone is following you. Multiple people are following you. They're keeping enough of a distance that you can't quite see them, but you can feel their presence. Mm-hmm. They are behind you. What do you do?
Okay, start walking faster for sure, and I'm talking.
We've got a concussed doctor with us, so how are we going to walk faster?
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're a tentacle techno mage, so surely you're able to do something of your.
Do you inform the rest of the group that you're being followed, or are you just gonna be like, No,
yeah,
these suckers are gonna get jumped. And
that
I'm
was
run.
my next thing is I need to inform the other techno mage and our doctor.
Not a techno mage.
I'm not a techno mage. I'm just a cult leader.
You're
I
just
just said I was a techno mage to get out of that situation.
Yes, he was lying.
Okay.
I was lying.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
A cult leader lying?
A cult
What?
leader.
I thought that L. Ron Hubbard guy was super trustworthy. I went on his boat and everything.
Yeah.
My memory's a little fuzzy and my bum's a little
Yeah,
sore.
you're
But...
so legit.
Okay. So I'm the only mystic here. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes.
I kept thinking. Okay. Okay. So. Yeah. So I need to inform my
Let's
cultist
do.
friend and
Yep.
doctor that I do believe we are being followed, and since yes, the doctor can't move any quicker, I need to. I think we should, as a group, confront them. At least me and the cultist.
Is there any way with your tentacles to just see what
Yeah.
they're doing, what they're carrying, or what they're actually doing?
Yeah, that was my next
Yep. All right.
plan is to turn around discreetly and stretch out my tentacles
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can detect if they are carrying weapons, because I have very
Sure.
sensitive
Okay.
tentacles.
So
I got
that
a cyber suit.
yeah. So that's the perfect description for an attune action. So you can
Yes.
you can roll attune.
Okay.
Do you want a devil's bargain? Do you want an extra die? I'm always gonna ask. I have to.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Uh,
And remember, you can all pitch
Rat
devil's
dealer.
bargains for each other too.
Look, I
oh,
had 0 stress, so I can give you another die if you need it.
Okay.
So
I'm not sure how, but
Uh,
I could do that.
okay. Should I use that or?
I could also give you a stress
so
You've got enough stress as it is.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say the devil's bargain is. If you
Okay.
if you choose to take it, the devil's bargain is like you gotta like stretch out your tentacles, right? Like you gotta it is incredibly obvious that you're
Yeah.
using your weird mystic radar thing. It is not subtle at all.
Okay.
And this person who is watching you will immediately know that you're onto them.
Okay.
If you take the devil's bargain. If not, then you just roll a regular attune.
I think I'm not
Okay.
for this one. I want to be a bit more discreet.
Okay.
All right.
You
Good
could,
choice.
You could also,
Good choice.
if you do want that extra die though, you can spend 2 stress.
Okay.
Is that a thing you want?
Not right now.
Okay, so just
Nothing.
just a risky standard attune roll.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
Oh.
Oh, oh my what?
Snake
Oh,
eyes.
Oh.
Ooh.
My first roll. And,
Okay. So things go badly. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You end up in a desperate position, and you lose this opportunity. So, yeah, maybe like you're trying to like sneak a tentacle out to like, and it like maybe the little claw at the end of the tentacle like forms a little radar dish
yeah.
and starts like, boop, 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 boop. And then you hear a gunshot, and you're one, and the tentacle that you had thought you had surreptitiously put out is blown off by this guy's gun.
Oh. So now I'm injured
oh,
too.
jeez.
So
Oh, now.
so I'm gonna say you take you're gonna take a consequence. It is going
Okay.
to be a level 1 harm that's called mangled tentacle.
Oh, okay.
Now you can resist this if you want, or you can just take the consequence and move on. If you resist, then it will cost you stress, but then you don't have to deal with it.
I won't resist. I've
Okay.
got enough tentacles. I'm
So
okay.
on one of the level harm slots, type in mangled tentacle,
Okay.
and this is going to make your attuning worse. So you're not going to roll fewer dice when you attune, but when you attune, it will be less effective. The effect by default will go down to limited instead of standard.
Okay.
Well, at this point, hearing that gunshot, I immediately turn around and start yelling at him, "How dare you attack a priest? How dare you attack this technomage? Forever be damned and forever be cursed by the technomage."
I care not for your curses. You are heretics. The Church of the Stellar Flame guarantees the prominence of my soul over yours. You will give us the box and its contents, or you will die.
What is of this box to you? What is of this?
That is no concern of any heretic. You will give us the box. It is the just and right thing to do.
Heretic, our Lord and Savior of a flying spaghetti monster, befriended of the technomages. For we have these ghosts of our side. We have the ghosts of the.
So this guy walks out of the shadows, and you actually you recognize him. He was one of the tough dudes at the bar. He is from the insignia and decals on his armor that they're wearing.
Yep.
They are, who are these guys? They are he's one of the Concordiant Knights.
Oh, our rivals. Oh,
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and so
Who was our allies again?
You're
the ghosts of.
You're what do you call it? Your allies.
Ghosts and wreckers.
Yeah, the ghosts and the wreckers are on your side right now, but they're not. You could try and find some, but right now you got to deal with this guy.
Yeah. But forever under the will of our technical mages of the Flying Spaghetti Monster Brethren, for we do not condone of heretics or of heresy, nor do we condone the use of high and mighty of pious brutality. For if you strike at me, you will be ever strike at yourself. Now, is that a consort or sway?
Well, so I think so. I would think this is. I would actually think this is more of a command, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was trying to.
You're just like, you fucking religious hypocrite. You drop your gun right now.
Exactly. Yeah, something like that. Just trying to be a bit more civil about it, but yeah, sure.
If you were going for sway, you'd be like, "Come on, man. We all believe in the same God, right? Kind of, sort of." Or,
yeah.
Relax. Yeah. So that would sort of be like a sway. So I think you're trying to command.
Yep. All right. It's the same way either thing, but okay. All right. I'll try command. This would be a risky or no. We're in a desperate situation.
Yeah, you are in a desperate situation because the guy has a gun trained on you guys.
Yeah. All right. I'll go desperate.
I'll give you a stress.
You've done enough. All right. Okay.
Nope. You need a stress. We need all the rolls, all of them.
I've got no stress whatsoever. So, is there any way of me using my stress for a roll?
Yeah. If you're gonna do a command, you can push yourself. You can spend 2 stress to give yourself a bonus die.
I spend 2 stress. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, you have 1 rank in command. So.
Yep. All right. I'll roll this standard effect, and 1 roll, 1 bonus die.
1 bonus die.
All right. Here we go. It's nothing. Oh yes,
Mr. Six. So sorry. What was the gist
How is he getting all these 6s?
Because you're getting because you and Jill are getting all the 1s. That's how how it evens out.
Yeah.
So Foxy, what was the gist of what you're trying to say? Like,
just basically saying you fire on me, you fire on yourself, and he realizes that is true because if he does shoot me, for all he knows, I'm the leader of the techno mages, as far as he knows.
Yeah.
As far as I'm grandstanding, or high level or high rank. If he does shoot me, then the whole cult will be on his head.
All right,
So-
okay, so yeah, I think he doesn't drop his they don't drop their gun, but they lower it.
Yeah.
And they say this doesn't have to end in violence. Just give me the box.
What is his box to you?
It is not my place to question, only to do.
Then if it is your place to question, then question your if it is your only way to do, then do and question what you are doing.
He literally just said he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh well, can't use circular logic. Oh, fine.
I'm not going to give you $5, but what if you gave me $5 instead?
Oh,
I
I was literally trying to follow the flow chart on that theory.
Yeah.
I was like,
I know. We are the strange crew after all, so.
I mean, you're weirdos for sure, but like,
yeah. This box cannot be handed over to you, for it is possession of the High Council of Techno Mages and of the Brethren of Flying Spaghetti Monster,
And the
whose
third order.
alliance has, Order of this Flying Spaghetti Monster, who has allied in this desperate times, and this is of our desperate time measures. You will walk away, otherwise you will face the wrath of this universe on your head.
well, you got a 6, so we're gonna let that ride. And he says,
Yeah.
It's like you fail to understand the consequences of not giving us the box, but you will understand. You will understand soon. And they put their gun away, and they skulk back into the corner, or into the shadows, leaving you guys alone.
arbitrarily turning knobs.
Yeah. So.
All right, we continue walking, I guess. Well, do we want Doc to look at her tentacle, or does she want to do it herself?
I don't.
Well, he has a concussion, so I was gonna offer,
Yeah.
even though my tentacles, I'm hurting, I was gonna offer to help him walk easier by maybe picking him up with one of my tentacles.
Well, so I don't think like your so we use Doc Ock as a comparison, right? But like
Yeah.
So I think as a long-term project, you could make it so that your tentacles have like all sorts of crazy powers, but on the outset, they're just kind of like your method for tuning at the moment. So so I would say like they're no stronger than like a regular limb.
I see. Observation devices.
Yeah, like you could maybe use one to like prop yourself up like a cane or something like that. But like you couldn't lift a person with one of those tentacles.
Okay. Was trying to think of a good way we can help our good.
But doctor. But could I be able to, even though I have a concussion, would I be able to look at her tentacle and see if there's anything I could do to?
I mean,
I think it'd be best to wait to the ship.
No. So you.
True.
Although thinking will ease the. Yeah, well, help you so you don't fall asleep and die.
So
exactly.
So mechanistically, what the concussion does is anytime you need to do something that involves your brain, you do it with one less die.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all that means mechanistically.
Right.
Until you can take a downtime action to heal yourself.
Yes.
Because injuries linger until you complete the healing.
I'll still do it.
So you're gonna try and
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say that this I don't know, Jill, is your tentacle is like more of a machine than a biological thing, right?
Yeah. So I was actually I'll be okay when I get to the ship because I can repair myself.
All right, so we just continue walking, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you're able to make it back to the starport with no real issue.
Yep.
But But
priority is to get Doctor back with a concussion, so he can rest.
well,
I'm just hungry.
so like from
And that, too.
again from a mechanical point of view, like just getting back to the ship is not going to be enough to get rid of the concussion. There's a downtime action you can do called healing yourself, and you work on it like a long-term project. And when that fills up, then you clear all your injuries.
Oh, okay.
So
Makes sense, yes.
if you ignore them, then they stick around, right? So you have to spend your downtime in order to get rid of them, and you won't be able to spend downtime until you complete the mission. So
Okay, there we go.
which at the moment is just escaping the planet. So
Yeah.
so
And
yeah.
then we can take
Yeah.
I think you make it back to the starport with no real issue.
Yep.
I think though that that the cop that you threatened at the bar maybe filed a report, and yeah, and
Darn it.
and so you're on a couple lists at the moment, the lot of you. So yeah, like you're trying to make it through starport security to like get to where your ship is parked, right? And yeah,
Yes.
like so I think like imagine if you would like a futuristic TSA, right?
Yeah.
They got like people lined up. They're getting scanned. They're getting patted down. A bunch of aliens who are working there look like they'd rather be anywhere else, but they're stuck here. There's clearly like the one dude here who's tripping on their power, and they're like, "Oh no, I'm gonna make everyone go for the strip search." And I think like when it comes when you queue up, when you line up, who's the first in line?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
So
Gotta set precedence.
Dr. Gonzo. So yeah, you show like your parking ticket or whatever that you've got validated. I don't think you even got the parking validated yet, so you're gonna have to pay. But yeah, go on.
I was just gonna ask, be like, hey, while you decide to search me, can you validate this? And then just hold the ticket in front of him.
And like when like and when you say that, like this alien, I'm gonna say they look like an elephant. They look like Babar. So Babar with their giant freaking elephant trunk. They take the paperwork, and you say like, before you arrest me, right? And they're like, and then like they punch something in with their big old elephant hand, and then they stop laughing all of a sudden. They're like, sir, I'm going to need you to step aside and go with those security guards over there.
Why? What did I do now?
Sir, I'm going to need you to step aside and go with the security over there. Please don't make a scene.
I am the scene.
Are you
Right,
serious?
I'm gonna
No,
slightly
fuck
step
that.
aside.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you are. I think you're taken to. And I think like you all are split up, right? Like the same thing happens to each of you, right? Like you hand the TSA person your paperwork, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna you've been randomly selected for additional screening. Would you please go with the security over there? So how do you guys react to that? Or we know how Dr. Gonzo reacts to that. What about the Giggle Mage and?
It's because I'm human, isn't it?
And Yumbello.
Well, there are two injured people in my party, including myself and the doctor, and I think I should try and sway them so that we can get to the ship and tell so they know that this is a dire situation and we're both ill.
Okay.
I don't think the TSA care.
So okay. So here is what we'll if you want to sway, I'll give you some options. So if you just want to get yourself through, I'm gonna say that's a risky sway roll.
Yeah.
If you want to get both of these guys through and clear, that's going to be a desperate roll with limited effect. So you're going to have to, in addition to the sway roll, you're going to have to do something else.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you want to take the risk?
Yeah. Oh, I've been rolling so low.
It's bound to average out, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Man,
Okay,
I gotta take you to Vegas one day, Jill. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Not with those rolls.
Right. Exactly with those rolls, Sandy. Exactly with those rolls. So what's the plan, Jill? You want one? You just want yourself or both of these guys?
I want both of my friends with me.
Okay. So you're gonna make
roll.
you're gonna make a desperate sway roll with limited effect. Do you want a devil's bargain or do you want to push yourself for 2 stress?
You know what? Yeah, let me do 2 stress on that.
Okay. Bargaining with the TSA. 2 stress.
Okay. So I add 2 stresses.
Yep.
And then sway.
Oh, Foxy, don't forget to add an experience point for the command desperate roll.
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh yes.
Desperate.
And Jill, add a thing to, I think it's resolve for the desperate sway as well after you're done doing the roll.
Okay. So standard
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of standard, it's
It's going to be it's going to be limited.
limited. I thought so.
Yeah,
'cause
limited.
That's my.
Yeah, it's hard to like get these guys to
Yeah.
Come on.
do it.
Nope.
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Oh, there goes another tentacle.
Oh no. So I think we get the scene of like of the Giggle Mage going like, you have to let us through. I have injured compatriots. They need medical attention. That's available on the ship. I've been injured too. Surely you're a reasonable person. Can't you make an exception for us? Smash cut 2. You're all 3 of you are handcuffed to a table in an interrogation room.
Oh. I made the situation worse.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
See, Jordan, gambling isn't always a good thing.
I never said it was.
Yep. Agreed.
I've consistently maintained that it's a tax for people who are bad at math. Indeed. All right. I think maybe you've been worked over a bunch by the airport security people. So like the next time we see you, like there was already like a massive welt on the side of the Dr. Gonzo's head. Like he has blood dripping from his mouth now. Like 1 or 2 of his fingers are broken. Blumbello, like you have like a big circular Yumbello. You have a big circular bruise right in the center of your head from where someone just slammed your head onto the table. And the Giggle Mage, you are like just straight up in a straitjacket, right? Like they have you locked down. They're like, no, Techno Mage, threat, max. There's like a person in the room with like looking directly at you, holding a rifle, going like, yeah, make a move. I fucking dare you. This woman walks in. She is incredibly well dressed, wearing like a very ornate outfit of what does House Malclave have a specific color scheme? House Malclave, Live on Warren. Yeah, so this person is dressed like they're very clearly important, right? Like some sort of high-ranking noble diplomat. They're like immaculately clean, and that like contrasts the lot of you who are all like filthy and beat up. And this woman sits down on the table across from you, and she has the box. She has the box in her hand, and she places it delicately right just out of reach of you guys. And she sits down very curtly, and she says, "Now you're going to tell me, where did you get this box from?"
I would like to say we are on. I would say we are diplomats of this. We are like couriers. We're on a diplomatic mission. From my
diplomatic
yeah, hold
mission.
on.
No.
Hold on.
No,
hold
sir.
Hold on.
The contents of this box are extreme contraband. There is. So I will ask again. Who gave you the box?
I would like to contact my friend GC of the diplomatic office of this planet. May you please contact him of the immediate effect.
And she like leans back and crosses her legs, and she says, "I assure you that whoever you're thinking of contacting reports to me. Where did you get this box?"
We are on a diplomatic mission under the guidance of GZ.
Before you can finish the sentence, she looks at the guy with the rifle, nods at him, and he just smacks you in the face with the butt of it.
Okay. We are on a diplomatic mission.
He hits you again.
Enough
with
the blimmin' head. I can't think straight.
He hits you a third time. Now you get to take a level 2 harm concussion. Do you want to resist that?
Yeah, I'll try to resist it. All right, come on.
All right. How are you resisting this? With your insight, your prowess, or your resolve?
I'll try it with my resolve.
With your resolve, you're just gonna fucking stand firm. You're like, no, we're on a diplomatic mission.
Exactly.
Maintain that you were all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you just click on resolve? And
all right, yep.
No bonus dice. There's nothing here helping.
No bonus die.
Yeah.
All right, submit.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well. So you don't take any stress from this.
Yep.
Once again, Foxy just rolling all this. He's hogging all the sixes for himself.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I don't even want to roll next.
Yeah. So like after just before like the biggest hit, she's like, stop, and the guard stops and sits and goes back to his starting position and looks at you and gives you a wink like.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, let's say I believe you that you're on some diplomatic mission to deliver this box. Why you? Why not a courier? Why not why not what would be a good faction here in this case?
UPS.
Why not deliver it through the 51st Legion, or the Cult of this, or the Merkins? Why you?
Because as you say, it is of a dangerous contraband of the highest order. You cannot trust such a thing to any old courier who will just quickly, more often than not, will just sell it anyway and to get themselves out of trouble. Why not trust a friend who can deliver it, who has your backing, so to speak? Would you trust a friend, or would you trust this crew? Or would you trust a courier?
And she laughs. She says, I would trust a heavily armed courier filled with many, many armed guards and an experienced ship's captain.
No.
Not...
Yes, but all the
Not
Yes.
some, quite frankly,
Ragtag.
it's not some ragtag group of weirdos.
Who would you suspect to have such a thing? A heavily armed convoy, or just a
Or
bunch of
ragtag.
strangers?
Yes.
And she stops and she considers like, all right, that makes a little sense. And so she says to you, okay then, let's move forward and say I believe you in that regard anyways. Why were you trying to deliver it to, let me get a name for you, the dead person was named why were you trying to deliver this to Naimon Nur then? He's a criminal.
You do what a friend asks. And he
Yeah.
is our longtime friend.
And again, who is your friend? That's all I want to know.
GZ. GZ.
G, like the letters GZ, like, or
JE. I'm reading it off the thing here.
I'm okay. This is your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like
Yeah.
you're saying, I'm like
It's your boy.
like
Yeah.
like Jay-Z, H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy, like young GZ.
It's your boy.
It's one of your weird friends.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a lie. Of course, you were sent by Satani.
Yes. Yes.
So why don't you? I would still say this is like a. I'd say this is downgraded to like a risky position. So why don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you? I think you're trying to sway her, right?
I was thinking it was more of a consort, wasn't it? Or
Consort would be like trying to get on her side,
yeah.
or trying to get her on your side. You're trying to like convince her of something that isn't necessarily
alright.
true.
All right, I'll try this way.
Risky
Risky.
standard.
Yep. Risky standard.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
I think I'll spend too stress on that.
Okay.
I'll push myself.
Push yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here goes. So one die. Eep. Oh,
You got a 5.
it happens.
You got a 5.
That's
so
pretty much a 6.
Yeah.
It's almost a 6. It's exactly one less than a 6.
But there's complications, or
There's a complication.
and it's reduced effect. So
And so she seems to take that at face value. She nods. She says, "Well, I'm going to have to verify this information of yours. It shouldn't take too long." And she stands up and she walks out the door with the box, leaving you with the guard, who once again gives you a little wink.
Okay, all right. So
This guy looks like he
I will say this is a desperate position now, because this is the only person in this room, and they have a gun and you do not.
Yep. Well, how do I convince this guard? Since no one's in the room, is there any observation room adjacent to this?
You can't tell.
I cannot tell. Oh, God damn it. Well,
so it's
okay. I would like to roll a consort and see if I can convince this guard to either give us the gun or set us free.
Ooh, I don't think that's possible.
All right. Well, I asked the guard. Okay, you're winking. What do you want? What do you want?
what do you want? Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you make a study roll? You can find out what he wants.
All right, I was going to do that. Yeah, okay. What is it? Desperate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's desperate.
Shit.
Because if he sees you're trying to like
Can
get
I
some leverage,
also give him a stress?
yeah, you can burn a stress to give him a die. Yeah.
How much stress do you have, by the way?
Listen, I got plenty of stress to go around still.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You would have to be way up the end here by now.
So here
I'm getting close. I'm getting close, but it's still good.
So here's the thing though, like in this particular consequence, traumaing out isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Because trauma after this mission, trauma gives you stuff you can mine for additional experience points.
Right.
And if you're traumaed out, then consequences don't really apply to you. You're removed from the scene. So
All right. Let's give. Okay. Add a stress. Let's do it. All right.
You're the better
Here
of the
we go.
rollers, so
Yes.
There we go.
Becky with the good rolls.
Let's do it.
Ooh, not bad.
But there's complications.
Yeah.
Complications on complications on complications, and I need to add an experience point for that one.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so desperate. 4 to 5. A serious complication occurs. What's do I have a list of complications? No, those are entanglements. What's a good complication? All right. I got one. I got one for you.
All right.
I'm going to create yet another clock.
Oh shit.
And this
okay.
This is going to be a 4 clock, and it is going to have 3 out of 4 segments ticked. And this is going to be called Guard's Patience.
Oh no.
And when it expires, he will pistol whip you into next week.
Right. Okay.
So, but like you stare at him, you get a read on him. You're like a bullshitter, right? You're a bullshit artist. I'm curious. Do you actually believe in your cult, or is this just a means to an end? Are you L. Ron Hubbard, or are you like the Pope?
My beliefs are my own, but in this instance, it can be swayed either way.
Oh no, I'm like this is just out of character. I'm asking you, like, are you like one of those like skeevy like TV preachers who are like, oh yeah, no, if you give like they zero in on people's like insecurities and weaknesses, and then they use the religious couching to like bullshit them, or are you like a true believer? Do you actually believe in the flying spaghetti monster?
I'm gonna say I'm a true believer in this flying spaghetti monster.
Okay, so the because what I was gonna say was if you're like a bullshitter, like yeah, you're doing like the cold reading thing, but I think maybe you stop and you think about it, and you're like, what kind of life choices results in someone taking a job like this? Clearly, this is someone who wants to feel powerful, right?
Yeah.
They're very quick to physical violence, which could indicate that they were themselves a victim of physical violence, and now they are using this as a sort of method of extracting revenge vicariously.
Yep.
Or via proxy, rather. You get the sense that like maybe this guy enjoys his job a little too much, and maybe you could goad him to go a little too far. And other people would need to get involved.
Right. Okay.
So you know this guy's deal now.
Yeah. I speak to the guard of just demanding of this. How dare you attack me? How dare you attack my friends here? He's nearly dead, and she's, I don't know, something. But I am forever a devout follower of Flying Spaghetti Monster, and forever a hex put on your head. And thwack, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah. So he just gets the biggest fucking grin on his face. Like, this is exactly the exact thing I wanted you to say to me. and he calmly strolls behind you, and just starts choking you out.
Oh.
And I think if you don't resist this, he's going to choke you to the point of unconsciousness. But
if I resist,
resisting isn't like you're resisting arrest. This is like narrative bullshit intercedes on your behalf to stop the thing from happening, right?
Yeah.
So maybe this is it, right? Like this is how you resist it. He's gonna choke you out, but like you fucking played him. So
yeah.
So like the other guards are gonna come in and be like, whoa, and pull him out and provide an opportunity. So do you wanna go with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Yep.
So that sounds like you're resisting with your something or other. I think that might be resisting with your insight. Or maybe this is like a resolve thing. Like you're resolved to mentally beat this person.
Yeah, all right. I'll go with resolve. All right.
Okay.
No bonus die on this one.
No bonus die on this one.
Oh, can't you give me one? No. It's alright.
Actually,
No.
Actually, you know what? I will give you a bonus die because you succeeded on the study roll.
Okay.
I'll
One die.
I'll give you one.
Okay, thanks. All right, let's do it. Eep.
Oh, you crit! So you actually
wow.
in fact, you actually get to remove one stress.
Yay! Cool. Right.
Yeah. So this is 100%. This guy's like, oh man, this fucking Christmas came early, bitch. And he like goes and starts choking you, and then like immediately 2 other guards just like kick down the door, and they're like, whoa, and they just like immediately remove him from the room, but they leave the door open.
Right.
And you are left unattended in this room.
All right.
Does someone
Giggles.
Dr. Giggle Mage, does someone want to capitalize on this opportunity?
Yes, please do. Don't let me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't let you.
Don't let it all be in
alone.
vain. Is the box still in the room, by the
Definitely
way?
getting the heck
The,
out of here.
Yeah.
She took the
As soon as we can.
she took the box with her, but you figure she can't have gotten far.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? Technomage, what can you do with these handcuffs?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I actually can try and.
You in that straitjacket, by the way.
Oh, that's right. Oh. Yeah.
But you have other things at your disposal.
Yeah.
And in fact, remember, you have 2 gambits that you can use, and you can use those instead of paying stress.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. Yeah, let me use a gambit.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let me double check something. It's on a risky. It's when you roll a crit on a risky action, you get a gambit.
Oh.
Oh no, that's not relevant to what we're doing right now. I was just curious. So are you gonna what are you gonna try and do? You have creepy techno mage powers.
Yeah.
You have a mangled tentacle though, so they're gonna be a little harder to use. But like,
yeah. I'm in a straitjacket, so.
Yeah. So communicate with non-sentient species or robots, sense sensing danger or killing intent, safely handle precursor artifacts or remnants. If you wanted to, I could say like maybe you could attune with like the handcuffs that are like cuffing because they're like the sci-fi.
See if I can release them.
Yeah. I'm gonna say though that this is gonna be desperate though.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna be desperate, and you actually have 1 less die because of your injury.
Yeah.
Do you wanna take a devil's bargain?
Yes.
Okay. Sandy, do you have any ideas for a good one?
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Anyone can pitch
Yeah.
devil's bargains. It doesn't have
Okay,
to
so-
fucking be me.
Could the double bargain be only she got out, not the rest of us?
No. So devil's bargain
Yeah.
is it's supposed to represent like you sacrificing something in the short term for that benefit, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
what would be a good? What would be,
She could sacrifice the use of a tentacle, another tentacle, just so that way she can expand the straitjacket, so that way it loosens it up on her, and that way she can fidget her way out of the restraints.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That seems like a
Yeah,
decent trade-off.
that's a really
You
good
can upgrade your mangled tentacle to a level 3 harm,
Okay.
and you'll lose the tentacle for the rest of the actually I'm gonna actually let's say you'll take another level 2 harm, and that'll be like spent.
Okay.
But that lets you roll with 2 attune dice instead of 1.
Okay.
So
Okay. Good.
so you're blowing out all your special juju in order
Yes.
to get a chance at
Yeah, I'm using my magical powers.
Yep.
To yeah. Okay. So hit attune.
it's desperate standard.
Desperate.
Come on, Jill.
Okay.
Come on, Jill.
And standard. Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, well done.
Yes.
All right, so Jill, you get to mark an experience and resolve.
Okay.
And yeah,
Nice.
you are now all free from restraints. So you have another level 2 harm, and it's called power spent,
Okay.
or spent power. So basically, like you had to like really strain yourself in order to do this, because you were already debilitated before. So
Yeah.
now you take negative 2 dice. So now you roll attune with 0. So you're gonna have to push yourself, or have someone else give you help, or take another devil's bargain. If you
I'll give him.
but
die
that is later. That is later. That is not
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Right now,
Okay.
you're all in a room with an open door.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I take the rifle.
the hell out of here.
Yeah.
They didn't leave. They didn't leave.
Yeah.
They didn't leave the rifle here.
They didn't leave
Okay,
anything.
didn't leave the rifle. Okay, so Giggles, can you detect where our box is?
Actually, you know what? Shit, you got a crit on your resistance roll. So yes, the guy did drop the rifle, and they forgot about it.
All right.
So
Okay.
There we go.
Well, I will pick up this rifle
Yes.
and ask Giggly, can you detect where the box is? So
Yes.
box is what we need. So
You could.
I
So,
can.
Ooh, she would have
Yeah.
to do a tune, wouldn't she?
Yeah, I would have to use a tune to sense.
so
where
you'd
the
either
box
have to
is.
spend more stress or a gambit in order to even have a chance at success. That would only give you 1 dice.
hold on on the detection. All right. You two get behind me and pretend that you're my prisoners, and I'm your
There we
just
go.
detecting. Yeah, just all right. Just stay behind me. I have the rifle. All
Nice.
nice
Let's
and
use our
neat.
miscreant abilities.
yes. Let's be miscreants in this
Yeah.
case. All right. So we exit the room. What do we see, Mr. Master?
Okay.
What is outside this
So,
room?
okay. So, why don't we do this? Because there's actually a mechanism in the game for handling stuff like this. It's called the engagement.
Right.
So,
Oh, okay. Cool.
Ah,
why don't we just cut to the action, right?
Yep,
So-
sure, why not?
The goal
Yeah.
the goal is to get the box and get out, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So how
Yes.
are you planning on doing that? Are you going to assault the place? Are you going to use deception, infiltration, mystical power, a social connection, or transport? In this case, I would think like assault, deception, or mystic would probably be the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
There isn't really an
yeah.
opportunity to infiltrate because like they know who you are.
Mhm.
Yep.
True.
So what was it? Assault, mysticism, and
And
what was it?
Infiltration.
Deception.
Oh yeah, and
And infiltration. What about
sorry,
my
deception,
diplomat friend that I demanded they contact already?
well, what do you call it? This lady is in the process of like going to contact them right now, right?
Yep, yep.
To like verify
Yep.
your story. So there exists some time between now and that point that you can
Yep.
that you have freedom to act. So don't worry too much about planning because flashbacks will cover this. What
Right.
do you just want to go in guns blazing? Do you want to try and trick your way through, or do you maybe want to try and use whatever's left of Jill's character's mystical power in order to
I'd say let's trick our way through. Let's try to do some trickery.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Generally what I've been trying to do all
all
this
right.
time.
So
but yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So how are you planning on being deceptive? What is
Well,
your,
I knock out the nearest guard, steal the uniform, and just parade around like that somehow
okay?
with
Sure.
these two as prisoners.
Okay, sure. See, it's the old switcheroo. All right.
Yeah.
So okay. So I roll the engagement roll as the GM.
Right.
So is it under ship? No. Is it under factions? It may just be one of the character sheet ability things. Factions. Yeah. Okay. So. I'll just do it from Foxy's sheet because why not? So I'm gonna make a fortune roll. I'm gonna say I am going to. So when you make an engagement roll, you try to determine a number of factors to determine what the quality of your attempt is.
Right.
So it's like so every you just get, for starters, you get 1 dice just for luck, for sheer bullshit 50-50 chance that you'll be able to do the thing.
Right.
I will say, because of the commotion that you caused,
Yep.
you'll get 2 dice. But because they
Right.
also because you're technically their prisoners, they're like keeping an eye out for you, and they know that
Yep.
you're tricky. So I'm gonna say that it's gonna be 1 die, unless you can. Yeah, I think that's the best you can do. So this
All
will
right, cool.
this will determine how well this goes, and it will also determine your starting position for the next roll that you make, whether it's controlled, risky, or desperate. And
Right.
away we go. Steal a costume and sneak around. Oh!
Oh, Lucky's with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I think you straight up managed to like find an outfit and like parade these people
Wow.
through. Like no one, I think no one catches on until like it's a little too late.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think we immediately cut to a scene where it's this woman that was questioning you. We can see Jezzy, the diplomat, saying like
Yeah.
it was a pleasure talking with you. Bye bye. And like they hang up, and she like leans back in her chair and she's like, shit. And then she turns around, and lo and behold, Yum Bello is there pointing a gun at her face. With Doc Gonzo and the Giggle Mage standing right behind them. And she's like, and she just looks at you. And she's just like, how?
Just give us the box and we'll be on our way.
And okay, so Now, so this is a command.
Give us
roll.
a box and safe passage.
All right.
To,
Okay. So this is a command.
Yep.
You rolled a 6, so it's controlled. So this is the least worst consequence.
Yep. All right. I'll do that.
If you fail, do you want a devil's bargain? Do you want to push yourself? Does someone else want to help you?
I might
I'll
push myself
assist.
on this one.
Yeah.
The doc will assist. Are you gonna give the crazy eyes? All right. So take a stress and
Yeah. I give
Fo-
the
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I'll
Fox-
take a stress.
Foxy gets to roll
Total
the-
crazy
roll the
eyes on
bonus
her.
stat.
Okay. All right. So effect standard, 1 bonus die. Let's do it. Nope.
No. So
No.
you hesitate. You withdraw and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You suffer lesser harm, or you end up in a risky position. Okay. So I got this for you. So
Yep.
So she looks at you and she's like, "Fine," and she gives you the box.
Right.
What do you do?
Still with the weapon pointed at us, say thank you for all your help and all your assistance. We do need passage out of here, but if you do not want to give it, we will not force it any further.
And she says,
What she said.
no, I think I'll stay here. You better
Right.
run.
So we just, yeah, let's get out of here, I guess. Let's go.
And so like we're kind of seeing the scene from like a camera located from behind her, and so like we see your face and we see the back of her head and we can see her arm shift to a button behind her desk.
Uh-oh.
But you got the box, so now you gotta get the fuck
Yes.
out of here. So giggle mage, you're actually good at getting the fuck out. You have the scramble skill.
Yeah. Definitely.
Scramble to a position, run away from danger, lift, climb, run, jump, swim, or traverse harsh environments. So what Jill can do now, because she has lots of stress, is she can do something called lead a group action.
Oh.
Right.
So leading a group action means that that Jill is the one who makes the roll.
Okay.
And what is it? Let me look. Lead a group action. Lead a group action. Each player who participates rolls for their character. The best single roll counts as the result, which applies to every character, but the leader takes 1 stress for every 1 to 3 results.
Okay.
So Jill, you can
Do it. I believe in you, Jill.
So
Yeah.
so everyone rolls scramble, and then the highest result counts.
Okay.
All right. So is it just 1 die, is it? Or
If you have scramble, you roll it. If not, you roll 2 dice and you take the lower. If you just click on it on the sheet, then it'll do it for you.
what? Sorry?
So Jill is leading the group action, which means that everyone rolls scramble. So everyone clicks on scramble.
Yep.
It is
Position is...
risky standard.
Yep. Risky standard, yep.
And then out of all of your rolls, the highest one counts for all of you.
All right, so I roll the... No bonus, just roll. Yep.
Yeah, just roll.
What'd I get 2?
Because you take the lowest.
Oh.
Sandy,
okay.
What did he get?
What's Sandy
I
do?
take -1 die.
Oh, you did scrap, not scramble.
Scramble. Click scramble.
Oh, I knew that. Listen, get off my back. There we go.
Okay, so
Oh.
the best result was Jill and Sandy both rolled 4s. So
Yeah.
that counts. Mr. Foxdog, you rolled a 1, so Jill takes 1 stress.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because she's covering for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So I think given the time we have left, the perfect desperate position for you to end up in is with box in tow. You're able to make it to the docking port that has that has your ship, but security is hot on your heels. Think legions of stormtroopers running behind you, shooting. Pew 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 pew. Blaster bolts are firing all around you. Just as you get to as you reach the hangar, what do you do?
I should still have the rifle.
You're
Just getting the ship is going. I still have that rifle with me.
Your ship is in sight.
Yep. There's nothing around. I would like to roll a study on the ship just to make sure there's no trap set for us.
Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that. Roll a study. We're still in risky, or is it desperate?
This is desperate. There's
This is desperate.
like it. So there's bullets firing all over the place. Like stopping to take stock of things means that you're standing still, which means you can be shot.
Is there emergency? Like, can I roll a study to see if there's an emergency door sealing? Like shut a door behind us.
Oh yeah.
Same situation, right? It's a desperate action. So stopping to like take stock of your surroundings means that you're like.
Yes.
So you follow the rules for a desperate roll, right? But if you get like a 4 to 5 or a 1 to 3, you're gonna get shot, right? That's.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to study the ship and see if. Well, we'll go Doc first because that seems more logical. Go on, Sandy.
So what are you trying to do, Sandy?
See if we can lock this door behind us.
No. See if I can if there's a lever that will or a button that'll shut the door and pretty much lock it afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay,
that thing.
I have a suggestion for you, and you can do with it what you will.
Right.
But I think this is an appropriate situation for a flashback. I think it'll be a 2 stress flashback. So if you take it, Sandy, this is the last thing that you're going to do. But it'll set up everyone else to do their thing. So you can flash. So
okay, I'm willing to hear it.
So I could say like a flashback is while you were wandering around, you saw actually I'll say this one takes 1 stress now that I think about it. Yeah. So like you were what was it? You could do a you could flash back to a setup action. You can flash back to a study that will cost 1 stress. And this was you sort of taking stock of all the security here and like understanding all this shit, right?
Right.
So so that I think
yes.
it's still I think in this case it's still risky because you're in risky position. But if you want to spend if you want to spend the stress and flashback, you can do that.
Doing it.
All right, so spend the stress. Make a study roll. No bonus. Study.
But don't I take a -1 still because of the concussion?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were looking hard for this and you just couldn't find anything, right? So meanwhile, back in the present, blaster bullets and energy bolts are firing all over the place. The House Malclaith guards have set up a firing position, and they're taking shots at you, and you can see the interrogator behind them screaming, "Get them! Get them!"
Run for the ship at this point. Let's just bolt. Let's bolt it.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, make me a scramble.
Yeah, that's what I was just
I got nothing on scramble. Oh god.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
Yeah, okay, let's go Devil's Bargain now.
All right, I will give you a devil's bargain. The devil's bargain is that you have to push someone over in order to get to the ship, and you get to pick who.
Ah.
But you get to screw someone else in order to save your own hide.
Well, the doc has been pretty much useless up to this point, so I'm going to push him over.
Nice. All right. All right.
I had it coming.
Desperate scramble with 1 bonus die.
Desperate, standard, 1 bonus die. Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh.
4.
Yeah. So, 4. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm, and a serious complication occurs. So I'm gonna say you take a level 3 harm. Shot through the gut.
Okay.
So you manage to duck in behind. So it's that thing where like you're running, you get in, you're like you push Dr. Gonzo over, you run in, and then like you get inside and you're like you heave a sigh of relief, and then you look down and a giant pool of blood is starting to appear in your stomach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
What about the rest of yous?
Sorry, but yep.
Well.
I'm going to copy from Sandy. Yep, Sandy's going to kill me.
Well, I don't know who to help first. I'm gonna try and help both of you.
Well, so
I'm already in the ship.
yeah,
I'm in the
so
ship.
Foxy's safe. He's just shot in the gut.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm good. You can do what you wish.
I gotta go save our doctor.
I'm gonna.
So yeah, Dr. Gonzo, you just got like knocked over to the floor too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna scramble from the floor and try to get up myself and still gun it to the ship.
okay. I'm going. So fortunately for all right. So do you want a devil's bargain or
What's the devil's bargain?
maybe do you want to spend a gambit? It's the end of the mission and they refresh after every mission. So
I would say spend a gambit at this point. Your luck has been hopeless.
Yeah, I'll spend a gambit.
all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That sounds
I'll
good.
definitely spend a gambit.
on the ship sheet, knock down the gambits to 1. You can all edit the ship sheet, by the way.
Oh yeah. Where's the gambits gone?
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's right under engines. I did that for you. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I see.
So yeah, you're gonna scramble, Foxy. You're gonna burn a gambit. All right. So make a scramble with 1 bonus die.
Okay. Scramble.
Scramble.
Not scrap.
Scramble.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
What is this game?
Oh no.
Yeah.
RNGesus, I hate you.
I think you just die.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Can I scramble?
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
get
like
a good doctor?
sorry, Sandy, but like I think like this is a situation where like rolling a 1 on a desperate scramble to save your life. Yeah, I think you just die.
Yeah.
You do you
I had it coming, man.
now here's the question: do you want to resist dying?
Oh.
I don't know. At the way this character rolls, I'm about ready to accept it.
Just come on, resist it. Come on.
Oh.
One last roll of the
Come on,
die.
doctor.
Cut your
Yeah,
losses.
why not?
All right. Either way, you trauma out, so it doesn't matter. But well, you either
Yeah.
so or you either die or you trauma out. So, do you want to make the resistance roll?
Mm.
All right. What are you gonna?
Yeah, I'll do the resistance roll.
What are you gonna resist with? You gonna resist with your prowess, your insight, or probably your insight? That's
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna resist with my insight and just be like
duck and weave.
doctor skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
All right.
Not today.
Do it.
All right, so insight. Come on. Yeah, there's that.
Oh!
Woohoo!
So you
Finally,
Yay!
only when I'm on death's door.
I know.
right. You take no stress and you make it onto the ship. Jill.
Yeah.
Yes, just
I'm-
well done.
I'm scrambling to the ship.
All right,
so-
make one last scramble roll.
Okay.
This game, I tell you.
It's a roller coaster, isn't it?
It really is.
Womp womp. And
Well,
and remember these are all desperate rolls. So
I forgot to hit desperate.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So just mark XP, but you don't
Okay.
need to. You
oh
don't need
yeah,
to
I'm gonna
roll
put
it.
an expert.
But yeah, Jill, again, that's the worst outcome. You suffer severe harm. A complication occurs if you use this opportunity. Ooh.
Oh.
Well, there is a okay.
Yeah,
I do have one gambit, but
yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Did you want to like maybe push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to spend the stress, or do you want to? Do you have the stress to spend even?
I do.
You do, yeah. So you can push yourself for 2 stress and roll another d6.
Okay.
Just slash R in the text box. Just slash R 1d6
Oh. Okay.
slash R space 1d6. Okay,
that's better.
Okay.
That's better.
you make it.
Okay. Yay!
A severe complication occurs, though. What's a serious complication? What's one that's
Broken rib.
No, man, that's not serious. I think the serious complication is that you manage to duck out of the way, but the servo that closes the hangar door for your ship is busted.
Okay.
So,
Oh, no.
So you're flying. So you can escape, but you're flying with the door open.
Well, maybe it
You
hits
can't.
my
Yeah,
tentacles.
and you can't go. You can't though.
Aw.
You can't.
Yeah.
You're all tentacled out. So
Okay.
you can't go into space. You're gonna have to find a place to repair your ship before you can get into space. But you can get out of this spot right now.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's what it is. So can I reflect that as damage on the ship? I believe I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna engines, weapons, comms, hull. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's hull damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it
Yeah,
looks
that
like.
makes sense.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
your hull quality is reduced by 1 temporarily until you can fix it, and yeah, you managed to escape. Congratulations!
I am alive.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay.
You survived the first session, and
Hooray!
all right,
Yay!
I lied and weaseled my way out of that one.
right,
Yeah. Yes, you did.
indeed. Okay,
You also critically rolled on almost everything.
Yeah.
okay. So, next session we'll pick up with downtime, and we can talk about that. But we got some questions we got to answer first, and then we can sign off. So, for Mr. Foxdog.
Right.
Mr. Foxdog, did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence? I think you did twice. So
Yeah, I think I have.
so you can get 2 XP
On my resolve, is it?
on anything.
Or just on anything?
On anything. It could be your playbook to buy a special ability, or it could be on one of your attributes.
Yeah, I'm going to do that on the playbook.
All right.
Get some special abilities. Yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drive, heritage, or background? I think you did.
I think I did that every time.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I think you did too. You were really playing up the cult thing. So yeah,
Yep, yep.
two more.
Two more.
Two more.
Yeah, on the playbook. Yep.
All right. And did you struggle with issues from your vice and trauma? No, you don't have any. You didn't engage with your vice, and you don't have any trauma.
No.
So
Yep.
all right. So that's it for you. Sandy. Did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion? I don't think so.
Nope.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I don't think so either. If you had played up the fact that you're like a criminal, or like tried to do stuff like that, maybe. But like I can't. Can you think of an example where you like really embodied the beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
No, not really.
No. All right.
The only thing I can think of is like as a criminal trying to put the gel on the one guard there. That's kind of criminal.
Yeah, I'll give you one. I'll give you a pity fuck.
Yeah.
So you can put 1 XP wherever you want.
Yeah, playbook.
Playbook, yeah. The special abilities are pretty nice. Okay, and finally, Jill. Where's Jill sheet? Jill,
Yes.
did you address a tough challenge with wisdom or the way? I think you did that multiple
Yes.
times. So
Yeah.
Yes.
so you can take 2 XP.
Okay. So.
Also, Jill, you put an XP in your playbook advance. I think you needed to put it in prowess. So
Oh, that was it. Okay. I remembered I was supposed to put it somewhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
So if you roll a desperate action, you add it to the category that you rolled. So because you did scramble, it goes to prowess.
Okay.
So this XP you get from the end of session stuff that can go anywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna put that under playbook.
Okay, so you get 2. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yeah, I think you did. You're doing techno mage stuff, being all weird and mysterious.
Yes.
I'll give you 1 for that because, like it came up a little bit, but it wasn't like a focus, so you can have 1 XP for that. And I don't. And again, no one struggled with issues from their vices or traumas because we didn't engage with those rules. So, Jill, you got, where are you putting your other XP?
I put it under insight.
You put it under insight. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't have one there. So.
Then okay. Yeah.
Is there a better?
Well, so you can spread them out however you want. Generally, you want to like try and fill up individual tracks as quickly as possible.
Oh, okay.
But
So
like,
but-
but that's the thing.
Resolve.
If next session you do like a lot of hacking or rigging or studying, then you could like
Insight,
leverage
okay.
that extra XP to like level you up, right?
Oh, okay. So, I can
So,
move them
but
around.
like there's no wrong answer. It's just like generally the way I play is I try to like get focus fire everything as quickly as possible, but it's up to you.
Makes sense.
Okay, and finally for the crew sheet.
Right.
Okay, so did you execute a successful transport or smuggling operation? I'd say so. You got the box,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
did good.
we did.
so you get
Yeah.
you can get 1 XP for that. Did you contend with challenges above your current situation? I think you did as well.
Alright,
Did
cool.
you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? I don't think so.
No.
And did
All
you
we're weirdos.
did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew? I don't know.
Considering we're trying so hard to get this box back, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you
Yeah.
one for that. All right,
Alright.
and that's it. That's Scum and Villainy, session 1.
Yay!
Yay!
Huzzah!
What'd you?
I survived.
Yeah, just you
Barely.
you survived with the 1 good roll that you did in the entire session.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
This is a fun game. I
This-
really like it.
Damn you,
Yeah,
roll
I'm
20.
having fun.
Damn you.
Yeah. And yeah,
Oh,
and-
that's great. I'm glad you guys are having an awesome time.
Yeah, so yeah,
It is
next
awesome.
next session we'll do the first downtime. We'll discuss the rules about that, and so generally like a well-oiled group of playing this game, you can usually get through like if in like a 3-hour session, you can usually get through one phase per hour. So you could do like a job and then a downtime and then another job if you're on the ball.
Right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
Okay.
we're just starting out, so like it's reasonable to expect
Yeah.
that we're going to do like one job a session, one downtime a session, sort of thing.
Right.
But as we get better with the rules and as you sort of like develop a sense,
Yeah.
it'll move a little bit faster. People who are still watching after 2 hours, thank you very much. Listening to us bullshit,
Yeah.
playing some Scum and Villainy. I really love this game.
You rock.
Yeah.
It really kicks into high gear once you start getting into the downtime stuff and you start like actually setting goals for your characters. Because
nice. Yeah, that's what
um,
I'm looking forward to is the character development.
right, because
Yeah.
a lot of it is like on the players. The players sort of determine what the goals are and how they work towards it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you can pitch your own jobs and stuff like that too, as you work on long-term projects. But for now, I'm gonna so guards patience doesn't really apply anymore because you're not dealing with them. The password retries thing, I think you know the deal with it. You're gonna try and get it reset at
Yep.
some point.
Yep.
So box with password reset. Box requires password reset. Right. Contact your system administrator. But doctor, I am the system administrator. Pagliacci jokes. Okay. So that will do it for us. We'll do actually let's just quickly do payoff and upkeep, and then we'll sign off. All right, so payoff. A job wields good will from the faction you did for, and usually the ire of the faction you hurt. You also earned a cred reward based on the nature of the operation. I'm gonna say that you didn't earn any cred this time around because
Nah.
there wasn't
We haven't delivered it.
there wasn't an opportunity.
No.
Heat. After a job or conflict takes place, you gain heat in the system that the job took place in. So yeah, I think this was pretty loud. I think you pissed some people off.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh yes.
So so where's Warren? Warren is under the Rin section. So what was it? What's the heat rules? Was it smooth and quiet with low exposure, contained, standard, loud, and chaotic? I'm gonna say it's wild and chaotic. You made a bit of an impression. So your heat goes up.
Yes.
Heat goes up to 4. Once your heat goes up to 8, it resets, but your wanted level goes up.
Right.
Okay, yes.
So what else? Add 1 heat for high profile or well connected target. Public use of artifacts. 2 heat for killing hegemonic citizens. Massive property damage, illegal weapons use. I'm gonna add 2 more heat to that. Yeah, this was. You need to get the fuck out of. You gotta get the fuck off this planet soon.
We need to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can use heat from Devil's Bargains, but I don't think we used that. Okay, entanglements. So you're wanted level 0. Let's see. Roll 1d6. I got a 2. All right, so entanglements. Unquiet blech. What does that mean? Where is it? Entanglements.
Shouldn't it be near the bottom or something like that?
No, I'm looking in the book because like there's actually a section that says like what these things mean. Entanglements. Here we go. Okay, so unquiet black. An alien or way creature finds its way on board. Acquire the services of a mystic or exterminator to destroy or banish it. Okay. So
Sack of wine.
yeah, so I think entanglements. Unquiet Black. So you got space roaches to deal with next session.
Okay.
Sick!
All right. Yep. All right.
Okay, so okay, so that's that is the entanglements. What else? What else is there? 3, and 4 is downtime. All right, so yeah, we have our setup for next session, and we're gonna do that.
Perfect.
Next Thursday. I want to thank Jill, Foxy, and Sandy for showing up and suffering. Yeah, just suffering.
Yes. Aw.
Mostly suffering.
If you like this kind of content, leave a YouTube comment, smash that bell, fam, etc. etc. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. And maybe one day you too can play role-playing games with us on a stream, or maybe other video games. Ven's going to be doing something tomorrow. I think maybe more Jackbox. That is to be determined. But if you show up 8:30 for Friday Fubar, stuff will be happening. Jill will be there probably.
Yes.
I might. Depending if I'm sick of Ven after dealing with Jack and him. I may just want some time apart from old man Mr. Stone, so that I don't get a little too stabby. And of course, I think it's not July on Saturday, so still 9:30 Eastern Moon Time. Saturday night, Linux Gamecast Weekly. We talk about Linux and video games and tell dick jokes and talk about weird science stuff because we're all a bunch of geeks. And yeah, though that time slot is changing as of July 6th. We'll be starting at 7:30 Eastern instead of 8:30 because we are old people and we need to get to sleep earlier. Also, it gives us a little more time in the after show to play games with you guys, which you can do with us if you're a Patreon. Get on our Discord. Give us money. Oh my God, just fucking give us money.
Yes.
Please, sir, can I have some cash? Maybe I'm gonna make a sway roll to persuade you all to be Patreons. Anyways, any of you guys got anything to say before we sign off?
Aw.
Bye.
Make sure to tune in on Saturday. We're gonna have a Linux Gamecast party watching, so that's gonna be fun here in LA.
Nice.
Yeah. And tune in for next Wednesday for all of your Linuxy news at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Indeed. You get to hear about Jill and her very, very strong foul-mouthed opinion involving Ubuntu's 32-bit support. It's because they call her the 32 bitch. All right, we're done. Bye-bye.
Oh. Bye.
Later, guys.
Later.